Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So I feel like it has been absolutely ages since I last filmed. I'm so sorry. As you can imagine, I've been a little bit busy. A couple of things have changed since I've last spoken to you. Number one, I cut my hair. You probably can't tell, but it's up to here now, which is a bit short for me, which is quite different. Number two, bit more different, I got a tattoo, which might surprise some of you. If you want to see what it looks like, you can check out on my Instagram at _Manisha P, or I did a whole video on it on my own channel at Bit of a Fangirl, so if you want, check it out. And number three, I finished school. I finished school last Friday and it feels very strange. It feels really weird to have finished school. It was a really emotional last day. As you guys know, I'm someone who's emotional at most things and cry usually, but on the Thursday, and we'd broken up on the Friday, the day before even, I was like crying in school with my friend. And Wednesday, Thursday and Friday in school, we basically just did like photo shoots every time we had a free, or during lunches. We were all just like, you know what, I don't care that we have exams in a few weeks, I just want to spend time with friends, which was so lovely. And then Friday we had our big old leavers assembly and watched like an hour-long video, which was so emotional, and I cried all throughout it. And then we all went around signing each other's yearbooks, we had our hoodies, took more photos, and then went on a big old pub crawl, and it was just a really good day. And I was just really emotional. And so yeah, it's so weird that I've finished school, like I'm done with school, as in like that kind of education. Obviously university is different. And it feels really weird, and I definitely already am starting to miss everyone. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. However, I can't dwell on that too much because I have A-levels. Oh god. Yep, my exams start this week in fact. My first exam is C1, which is part of MEI. It's a maths exam which starts on Wednesday. It's quite a nice maths exam. It's a bit similar to GCSE maths, just a little bit harder. And it's my first exam, and my first was a maths module. And I have just been doing work every single day basically. I'm trying to do like 4 to 6 hours of work kind of thing. And yeah, I know, I kind of just wanted to talk about today, to talk about how I'm doing the revision, how I'm doing with like the stress and dealing with that. And these are just kind of tips, not necessarily gonna work for everyone, just might work for some of you guys, because I know lots of you always ask, how do you revise, how are you learning this, that kind of thing. I suppose for me it changes per subject. For maths, very much just past papers again and again and again, and just getting through all of them. So for example, my exam on Wednesday, I'm aiming to do 2 C1 papers a day plus an S1 paper, because I have my S1 test next week, and that's stats, and so that's the way I'm kind of doing it. And it's not a particularly tough topic, which is why it's a lot easier to do, whereas for something with the harder modules, which I have in a month's time, I tend to kind of just go through them and do each topic, like make sure, okay, differentiation, have I got that down, integration, have I done that, and then start on past papers. That's the way I kind of do that. It's actually really good. Something that someone in my year decided to do is basically make on WhatsApp like a big old group chat with majority of people who takes that subject. And so for example, I have one for bio, chem and maths, and anytime someone finds a question that they're finding tricky, they'll put it in the group chat and we all just help each other. And it's such a good idea because I think not only do you like see how other people learn, but also other people are using different questions to you, so you're kind of like, you know, it's just you're using more questions, more practice, and you're learning from others, so I recommend you guys to do that. For biology, I made massive, I don't have them with me, they're in my other room, but I've got like massive, as in like I stuck 4 pieces of A4 together. So it's like A2 massive posters of each topic. They spent about an hour and a half to do each, and I have about 8 topics. And I did that kind of the last month or so, and they're basically all done. And that was kind of my revision, and now I'm just doing past paper questions. And I find with bio, it's mainly memorizing everything. There's just so much information and being able to apply that. And then also you have some really dodgy experiment questions for bio, so it's kind of just, once again, doing past paper questions, seeing the kind of thing that they need. And then finally for chemistry, what I did do is go through each kind of like maths topic by topic, because I personally find chemistry a bit more harder. And so I go through it topic by topic, and then I'm starting to do like past papers, and some topics I'm seeing that I'm doing alright with, some I haven't properly looked at. So for example, I'm starting to do flashcards for things like mechanisms or shapes of molecules. I'm doing little flashcards just because they're more sort of like memory work things, and they're slowly taking a bit more time. And things like mechanisms are worth like 5 marks sometimes, which, you know, I want those marks. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm revising. And it's nothing particularly different to what anyone else is doing, you know, flashcards and past papers. But for me, I'm hoping that they work. One other thing that I really recommend you guys to get is if you're someone like me who procrastinates a fair bit, and it's usually your phone, I definitely recommend you to download an app. You do have to pay for it. I think it's like £1, so it's up to you if you want to. For me, it's a pretty good investment. And it's called Forest, and basically how it works is once you download the app, you can set almost a timer for however long you want to work for. So say I want to do like, okay, I'm going to do an hour and a half of this topic, then I'll put the timer on, and basically anytime you go on it, say you're like, oh, I just want to check if anyone's tweeted anything or whatever, you can go on your phone and it will say something like, you've got X amount of minutes left, you know, don't go off, just focus on your work. And for me, I feel like I've probably spoken about this app before, but it's such a good app, honestly, it's really good, and I love seeing at the end of the day how many hours I've done, how productive I've been. And if you're someone who's like, well, you could easily just go off the app, you could technically, but just have a little bit of kind of self-discipline and determination in it. And that's kind of the main thing that's running through my head right now, because it's like, obviously it's a stressful time right now. It's like everything I'm focused on doing is just about work and revision, and that's all I'm doing. And, you know, maybe every couple of hours I might watch a YouTube video, or I might, you know, there's small things, but it's very much bulk work by myself, which is a little bit boring. And so to kind of break it up, at times I'm going to try and meet up with friends and maybe go to a library and do some work together. Or I'm quite close to my maths teacher, and so she was like, look, if I ever free, you can just come in and you can sit with me and do whatever work you want to do. And so that's something I might just do. And that's the way I'm kind of breaking it up. Otherwise I feel like working on my own, it's going to be a little bit crappy. And then just generally, if you're someone who is like me and you're just like, this is so much effort, I hate this, because I don't personally enjoy revision, I don't know about you, but the way that I'm looking at it is like, it's about 6 weeks. My last exam is on the 27th of June, and I'm just like, look, it's 6 weeks of, yes, not particularly nice, kind of painful work, but that is it. Once those 6 weeks are done, and hopefully I get the grades that I need, I have that whole summer to enjoy with my friends, my family, and I have hopefully university to look forward to. And so that's the way I'm kind of seeing it, as in like, yes, it's crappy, but it's, you know, just get through the 6 weeks and really work hard, and then hopefully it all can be better. I personally, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about exams. Obviously some of the easier ones I'm fine with. It's the ones like, even something like bio and chemistry, they're such like like you have no idea what the paper's gonna be about, and that's what kind of scares me. I've never came out of a mock with 3 straight A's in, you know, in each of my subjects, and that's what I need at the end of this summer, which is, so for me it is a little bit tense. It's like, will I do it? Can I do it? And the only way I'm thinking, you know, the only thing I can do is giving it my best shot. I'm really, really working hard. And so yeah, that's kind of what I'd say to you guys. If you are like someone like me who's a bit worried right now, a bit like, can I get those grades? Try not to dwell on that too much. Work on what you need to work on and just keep working hard and give it your best shot. You know, the worst, at least that way, if you don't get the grades that you need, you can kind of go, at least in that time I did the best I could. And that's hopefully, you know, hopefully you still get the grades, because I really want the grades. I'm sure you do too. But yeah, that is everything from me. I just kind of wanted to update you guys on how I'm doing, how I'm finding things right now. It's very much just revision, which is why I probably look like a bit of a mess. This is just what I've been working in, and so I've got no makeup on and just wearing random clothes. It's just what I do revision in. But yeah, I hope you guys are finding revision okay and not too stressful or boring. Like I said, try not to stress about it too much. Try and mix it up, maybe see if you can work with friends, or just make sure you kind of mix up your topics as well and don't just get clogged into one. And if you're finding something hard, focus on it and get help. That's literally coming from advice that I had to take myself. certain topics I really don't like and I usually just leave it to a side, but it's like if that comes up in the exam, I'm screwed. So just focus on it, look at what you need to do to get better at it, and if you don't understand it, ask someone who does, and hopefully they'll help you. But yeah, this is everything from me. I hope you guys are doing okay. Best of luck. If you've already started your exams, I hope it went well. If they're coming up soon, best of luck. I hope you smash it. I honestly do. My social media is @_ManishaP if you have any last minute questions. But yeah, that is everything from me. I love you guys so very much, and hopefully I shall see you soon. Bye!